UN deadline to send North Korean workers home likely unmet. Seoul, South Korea, AP. North Korea stands to lose a rare legitimate source of foreign currency, worth hundreds of millions of dollars a year, if nations that employ its people as guest workers abide by a UN order to send them all home by this weekend. Sanctions imposed by the UN Security Council in December 2017 after North Korea tested a long-range missile required member states to repatriate all North Korean workers from their territories within 24 months, a deadline that arrives Sunday. There are no UN penalties for not following through, however, and it appears unlikely that there will be a mass exodus of the thousands of workers still believed employed in places like China and Russia. But if even half of North Korean workers were sent back home, North Korea would still suffer financially, said analyst Oh Gyeong-seob at Seoul, South Korea Institute for National Unification. The numbers. In China, Russia and elsewhere, there is strong demand for cheap North Korean workers. The U.S. State Department previously estimated there were about 100,000 North Korean workers worldwide, and civilian experts said those workers brought North Korea an estimated $200 million to $500 million in revenue a year. North Korean workers abroad are under the constant surveillance of their country's security agents, toil more than 12 hours a day and take home only a fraction of their salaries, with the rest going to their government. Human rights organizations have called them modern-day slaves, but their jobs are highly coveted in North Korea. According to interim reports that member states submitted to the UN, 23,245 North Korean workers have so far been repatriated. But those figures don't include China, which hasn't publicized its own report, or a dozen other countries that have yet to submit their reports and are believed to have employed North Koreans. China. The estimate for the number of North Koreans working in China has been as high as 50,000 to 80,000, with the vast majority working in factories the country's northeast along the long border with North Korea. China hosts the most North Korean workers. Lim Soo-ho, a sanctions expert at Seoul's Institute for National Security Strategy, said Beijing would find it difficult to persuade local governments in the region to send those workers home as their small special economic zones mainly rely on North Korean labor. Lim said he has seen no signs that the number of North Korean workers in northeastern China was decreasing. Kim Dong-gil, a Korea expert at Beijing's Peking University, said China would be lax in enforcing repatriation. Staff at North Korean restaurants in Beijing shut their doors and hung up phones when asked about whether they would be sending North Korean employees back home. Russia. The interim.in. For more on this story, visit the news article link.